What's up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and today we have a special treat for you. We are doing a battle report. Now, this battle report was merely just for fun. We were trying to refresh our skills, trying to get back into the game that we all know and love. So, to give you a brief overview of what is happening, it is I, the Sound Alchemist, playing my Tau, and I'm tag teaming with my friend who plays Tyranids. And we are going up against Gersh1 and his Orks and the Necrons. Now, this is a 1250 point game, and I believe it is Emperor's Will that we're playing. And that is essentially Linebreaker, Slay the Warlord, and First Blood. And we have 2 objectives on each of our sides. If you are in control of one of these objectives, you do get 3 points. And that's basically the basics. So without further ado, let's get into the makeup of our armies. And recapping turn 1 for the Tyranids and the Tau, we have the Riptide who came up and fired his large blast ordnance and took out 3, I believe, or 2 of Gersh's copters. Same thing happened with these guys. They moved up and fired their missiles, and I think they only did 1 wound, so nothing there. With these guys, they fired all the way over here at that lone destroyer. They didn't do any damage, but the MVP was the Ghost Keel who took out 2 destroyers. And now, what did the Tyranids do?
Shit! They took out 4 copters, and then their little bitches.
Yeah, the Tyranids didn't really do much. They fired their Psychic Warp Blast. I think they did 1 damage, but yeah, they pretty much moved up. And that's the end of Tau and Tyranid, turn 1. Go.
So this is Orc and Necron turn 1, and these guys disembarked from their vehicle. They stood in the middle, said fuck you to all the Tyranids that were there, and charged a group of Hormagaunts. Or were they Hormagaunts or Termagants? Termagants. And destroyed them to win us First Blood, and now they're hiding behind cover because they're probably going to die next turn.
Now that is his Warlord and Meganobs.
No, it's not my Warlord, it's just my War Boss.
Gotcha.
And then this guy, with mine, these guys took a wound from the Carnifex. 2 wounds from the Carnifex. This guy shot and did nothing. Those guys shot and did nothing. Pretty much that whole side did nothing because it was shooting.
Yeah, Orcs are not good in shooting.
No, we're not.
What did the Necrons do, though?
The Necrons, this guy moved up.
Nightbringer.
The Nightbringer. This guy shot. Did he take anything out? He took out a drone.
Oh yeah, he took out one of my drones for my Ghost Keel.
And then top secret, these guys are creeping.
And this is the table at the end of turn 1. On to reserves. Let's see what happens. Alright, so a lot ended up happening on Tau and Tyranid turn 2. My farsight came in with his squad of flamers, and they decimated the Gretchen, which they should have, really. And then the Tyranids flying Hive Tyrant came in, and he didn't really do much. I moved up my...
Took up the copter.
Oh, he did take up copters. I'll give him that. I moved up my Riptide and my suits with plasma and missiles, and they took out the truck, and then these guys disembarked back there. And then I took out the rest of his helicopter guys. After that, he just kept moving, and then the craziest thing happened. The Dakofexes shot and killed the Nightbringer. He is no longer with us. And then I fired all my marker lights and my commander into the group of Meganobs and Warboss, and they did some work alongside with the Ghost Keel. He's down to 1 Meganob and 2 wounds on him. And now, let's us see what else happens with the Orks and the Necrons. Turn 2.
Ork and Necron turn 2. The boys showed up in front of Farsight and his guys. They unloaded, they shot, they killed most of them. Then they charged in and destroyed, what's the name, Farsight?
Farsight, yeah. I did take a few down, but...
Like everything, all the Ork force fired at Farsight and they got rid of him, but now we have to worry about this big monstrous thing and then those drones and then the Tyranids. Oh wait, no, Tyranids don't really matter. And then over here, the Necrons did work. They destroyed a suit, and then the Meganobs...
my Ghost Keel got taken down. I tried everything I could to cover hollow photon measures, and it still went down.
And then the Meganobs destroyed all the drones with the marker lights and the commander that was there.
Right.
And then now they're hiding, because we them boys.
They is them boys. And nothing got touched over here. So, at the end of turn 2...
It is 2 points for the Necron Orks and 1 point for the...
Tau and the Tyranids.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens next. Alright, Tau and Tyranid turn 3 was pretty nasty. I basically moved up my guys and my Riptide, and we all took shots at this huge mob of boys over here, which has been reduced, well, 2 mobs of boys, which have reduced to 3 or 2, and then these guys over here. The Flyrants over here also took shots at them. Moving over here, the Dakofexes that were where my suits are now, they went inside this building, took shots, and took down the Doom Scythe.
Actually, the Zoanthropes.
And the Zoanthropes did the Doom Scythe. They, however, fired...
They took out a lot of these guys.
They fired at the... let's get a better look over here.
Praetorians.
They fired at the Praetorians and knocked 4 away. So a pretty heavy hit on the Necrons. As you can see, he only has that left and that destroyer, but he does have reserves coming in. So let's see what happens on the Necron and Ork, turn 3.
So it's looking pretty bad for the Orks and the Necrons. Not much was done. We got reinforcement from this scythe-looking thing. They destroyed some Tyranids and the battlesuits that were right here, because battlesuits are for bitches. And then we still have to worry about this guy. But I'm hoping that we can lock this guy in combat. That flying Hive Tyrant is still there. But it's a bitch because it doesn't have wings. And then over here, nothing happened because no Orks or Necrons are over here. And that's it. It's looking bad.
It doesn't matter.
That was the bottom of turn 3.
Is it our turn?
Alright, it is the end of Tau and Tyranids. So this Tyranid flew in here and fired his Devourer shots into this unit, whittling them down. My suits also did the same. This guy did the same. And my Riptide all fired into this unit trying to take out the Warlord Cryptek. Nothing happened. A few died, but not enough to do anything. So we move on over here, where the building collapsed on top of that lone Praetorian and he died.
It detonated.
It detonated. This guy fired its massive blast and it detonated. So now it's just a lonely war boss over there. And this is the end of Tyranid turn 4 onto the Orks and Necrons.
So starting off, I guess over here, the boys, the rockets shot at this thing, took 2 wounds. They did not make it come down. These guys shot, but nothing happened. And right here, the Necrons finally came in and hurt this guy pretty bad. 2 more wounds and he's dead. Out of what, 4?
5.
5, so 3 wounds, really nice. And then the Necrons and the Warlord of the Necron player took out 1 single
Yeah, they're behind that, so let me go take a look.
Termagant, 1 Termagant. Bam. And then the Tyranid Warlord is just chilling here. We couldn't do anything to that. This one missed the fires, right? Missed the shots.
Missed the wounds.
And then the war boss was able to take out the Exocrine with the lucky stick.
Very, very lucky. And this is the end of turn 4. Not much on the field. 1 more turn, guys. Let's see what happens. Bottom of turn 5. Crazy battle. So everything literally shot at the Cryptek and his squad, and he reduced them down to just the Cryptek. And then my suits came in and finished him off, but he also killed 1 in return. And then I don't know if we talked about this or not, but during the psychic phase, these guys killed the Ork war boss guy over there. So there's no one next to our base, so to speak, I guess. And then the Riptide over here, locked in combat, couldn't hit anybody, and he took another wound. So he's down to 1 wound. It is the bottom of turn 5.
This no longer has a gun.
Oh yeah, we did shoot at this thing, and it has no guns, and 1 hull point left. So, bottom of turn 5. It may be the last turn. Orks and Necrons, let's go.
Alright, we got rid of the Tau battlesuit thingy that was doing line breaker. That shit is gone.
The Riptide is gone, but they all charged in, so...
Yep, and then we're still holding our base. The Tyranids aren't doing shit, and then nothing here noteworthy.
I think I've done everything.
Alright.
I'm outside.
Alright, end of top of turn 6. We did roll and it went on. So we took down the truck that was almost invading us, and I took pot shots at this guy over here. Nothing happened, so I just jumped him down, and now I am within 2 inches of this. So that's a potential 3 points. And we took care of some Orks that were right near that, and it looks like this might be the end.
That's it.
And that's the end of the game. They killed my guys off the objective.
And then we secured the objective.
Yeah, so they had secured the objective, first blood, 1 warlord kill.
Yeah.
And all the Tyranids in the Tau had was 2 warlord kills and line breaker. So they got it, guys. Close match.
I still had almost everything.
It's a very fun game.
Very fun game.
Holy